In today's video, I will give you guys a guide on what is essentially a guide on how to begin playing Roblox Battlegrounds games. Let's get started. One of the most important parts about a Battlegrounds game are the dashes. There are 3 kinds of dashes in every Battlegrounds game. These are the forward, side, and backwards dash. I just demonstrated what a forward dash typically looks like in a Battlegrounds game. Now there are several ways to approach your opponent using the forward dash. In a real case scenario, if you just forward dashed straight towards your opponents all the time, they'd read you like a book and counterattack you accordingly. Now we move on to the side dash. This dash alone is possibly the most useful tool in every Battlegrounds game. This dash is good for offense and defense. This dash literally means everything. Without a side dash, Battlegrounds games would be harder to learn. Using the side dash in an offensive way, you would typically just become so fast that the other person won't see you coming, and by the time they do, you've already opened them up for a juicy combo. Side dashes are especially important to countering blockers. This is because a side dash is way less readable than a forward dash, also adding its speed. You definitely catch block holders off guard. There are plenty of ways to go on about side dashing. Look at what I attempt to do using my side dash. It's also important to note that most, if not all Battlegrounds games have at least one unblockable move, meaning you should use those moves on those who are too scared to play the fighting game. However, using your side dash is way more effective in most cases than attempting to downslam or use an unblockable attack. And finally, the backwards dash, or just backdash. You would normally use this to give yourself space from your opponents, however if used correctly, can be used as a mix-up tool, and allow you to go on the offensive. In terms of combat, other than the basic combos like uppercut and downslam, every Battlegrounds game has different characters, and depending on who you're playing as, determines your moveset. It's important to know what your character's moveset is, and how to use it effectively. This is important to know, because this is in every Battlegrounds game, and will be used against you all the time. Techs. It's called a tech, because it's something you use to gain an edge in battle. Be careful, because some techs could just straight up be unfair advantages, that could get you banned from the game. A commonly used tech, that is universal to every Battlegrounds game is the side dash tech. The side dash tech pretty much is just using your side dash to quickly give yourself the advantage, by dashing behind them or beside them, where the block can't reach. However, some games in particular have specific kinds of tech. For example, in Heroes Battlegrounds, Dabby has a tech that allows him to continue a combo while using Azure Grab. All you do is spam click. After hitting someone with the move, you'll be able to hit them out of knockback and continue your combo. Finally, let's learn about evasives. Evasives are what happens when you perform a dash while you're ragdolled. Being ragdolled simply means you fall limp on the ground after getting hit by a powerful attack. Think of this as a hard knockdown in Street Fighter, but you can get out of it quickly with a dash. This is important to know, so you don't get 0 to death comboed. However, this isn't something you can just use and think you're invincible. Use this sparingly, as once you use it, there's a good chance you won't be able to use it again during your battle, since using evasive takes a really long time to come back. Thanks for watching. Honestly, this guide I made was only half serious. I was serious when making the guides, but I wasn't fully what I would done. If I do end up making a serious guide, well, then there will be one. Goodbye.